Hello everyone, I'm Sherry with the CGH Health Foundation, and I'm back with another What's Cooking CGH video and an easy, healthy recipe for you. Today I want to talk about potatoes. Potatoes come in all shapes and sizes and colors and varieties. Some are starchier than others, some are waxier, and they can still be part of a healthy diet. I know some people stay away from potatoes. They think they're not healthy for us because they're starchy. They have a little more calories per ounce than things like broccoli and cauliflower, but potatoes can still give us a lot of great nutrition. They are a good source of fiber, of course. They're a vegetable. They're also a good source of vitamin C, which is surprising to us, potassium, B6. They've even got protein. And so today's recipe features the potato, and I'm going to use it to replace protein that we're all familiar with, which is the egg. My recipe today I'm calling Devilish Potatoes. And so it's kind of a riff on deviled eggs, the same kind of flavors, except we're using the potato, which is cheaper and has fiber, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So I started out by boiling some potatoes. So I picked some that were roughly egg-shaped. I like these yellow potatoes, and I think for the end product, that yellow coloring is going to make the dish look so much better. And what I did was I put the potatoes in water on the stove and brought them to a boil, and I boiled them for about 15 minutes. And you want the potato to be soft enough that you can take your knife and pierce it all the way through without really feeling any resistance. And so that took about 15 minutes for this size. The cooking time is going to vary based on the size of your potatoes. So if you have some that are about this size, you want to check them at 15 minutes, and hopefully that will do it. So to prepare the potatoes, I've got some of them done already, but I'm going to take the potato and slice it in half lengthwise. Just like that. Okay, and I have a couple here that I saved to show you exactly what I'm doing. Here's my potato. And then I'm going to take my little melon baller, my scoop, which is perfect for this application. Maybe you have a cookie scoop. You could even use a little spoon if that's all you have. But I'm going to take my scoop and just scoop out most of the flesh on the inside of the potato and leave a little well right there, just like you would for the deviled egg when you take the yolk out. And I'm moving my, putting my potato flesh in the bowl over here. Like I said, I've already got most of them done. And we'll do a couple more. It's really, really easy. Just be careful that you don't go all the way through the skin because you want to keep the potato shell intact. Oh, there it goes. And one more. That wasn't the best one. Okay. All right, so I have my potatoes halved and scooped out, and I put everything in the bowl here. And I'm going to start off just by mashing the potato flesh with my fork. And this is only going to take a minute or two to at least get each of those little chunks of potato that I scooped kind of broken down. And when I have done that, I'm going to start adding some other ingredients. So this is, like I said, reminiscent of deviled eggs. So we're going to want some mayonnaise, and I picked a light mayonnaise. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, approximately. I don't measure exactly. Okay, we got our mayonnaise in there. And we definitely want some mustard. That's a key flavoring for deviled eggs. Goes great with potatoes as well. So I'm going to do a teaspoon. I have this stone ground mustard, which is a one that I really like. You could use any kind of mustard that you like. I love Dijon mustard. If I didn't have any right now, so I'm using the stone ground stuff. These flavors, the mustard with the potatoes, mustard goes really good with potatoes. And then for some moisture and a little bit of tang, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay, and I'll put that in there. Kind of a cross between potato salad and deviled eggs, isn't it? And all that's left then is a little shake of salt. Don't want a whole lot, maybe a quarter teaspoon or so. I'm going to put on some ground black pepper. This would be to taste if you're a pepper lover. Do as much pepper as you want to. And then with my fork, I'm just going to kind of mash everything together. Want it all to be pretty smooth. I mean, when you think about it, when you're making deviled eggs and you break down that yolk, you want everything to be really smooth, mixed together. And that doesn't take very long at all. So there's my mixture. And now we get to stuff our potatoes. I got a couple of spoons. Again, you could use another scoop or anything like that to do this. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the potato mixture and I'm going to put it right in each of those wells. I'll do just a couple here to give you an idea. It's really easy. Right? Doesn't have to be beautiful, doesn't have to be perfect. Got our potatoes stuffed here. And then you can garnish this any way you like to. If you want to shake on a little bit of paprika like you do with deviled eggs, then go ahead and shake on a little bit of paprika. And I can think of a lot of different variations or ingredients that would enhance this. Some pickle relish, I thought about doing that. I might going to try that. I love horseradish and potatoes and mustard together, so I might try some horseradish one time to give it a little bit of a different flavor profile. And you could garnish it with some chives. You could also sprinkle a little cheese on the top and stick them under the broiler. You can eat them right away, or you can put them in the refrigerator and save them for later. I got a few here that I garnished with the chive mixture, if you can see that. And I'm going to give one of these a taste. That is so good. You taste the mustard, and it's not exactly like a hard-boiled egg, like a deviled egg, but it's pretty darn close. I hope you give this recipe a try. I think it'd make an interesting appetizer on your springtime dinner table or buffet table. And you can find this recipe, all of our recipes, in a few different places. I have a blog, it's what'scookingcgh.com, and that is all of my recipes and videos, plus the column that I write for the newspaper is there too. The CGH website, you can look there for What's Cooking CGH, and we do have a YouTube channel so that you can see the videos on our YouTube channel. Give this recipe a try, let me know what you think, and I'll see you the next time.